Hello, this is John. I'm going to explain how Reg deals with rentals. And this YouTube video is really an accompaniment to this document, Rentals at MMC from the Cradle to the Grave. This is a rather extensive document, as you can see by the scroll bar on the right-hand side there. This goes on for quite a while. I'll just briefly show the extent of it, and then I'll start the demonstration. So first, you fill out a proposal. Someone calls and wants to rent the facilities, so you fill out a proposal. Several things filled in there. Then you have a program office meeting to decide yay or nay. If you deny, then it's done, it's finished. Otherwise, you approve it. And that leads on to creating a rental. Here is the rental screen, the rental creation screen. The name and a date range, and several other things in 4 different tabs. Then you have a rental created. Several different things to fill in, all the different attributes of the rental. Some rentals are also hybrids, where we do the registration for the rental, and so in that case we create a parallel program. Each rental has a status. It progresses through time. It's initially tentative. Once we receive a contract signed, we get and a payment, we get the status of contract sent, and then contract received. We send the contract out, then we get it back with the payment. Then there's a letter sent about various arrangements and information about the center. Once the rental is finished, then it's either the payment is due or the rental is done. So we have 6 different statuses here. The contract is generated by Reg. The arrangements letter is generated by Reg, and it attaches 4 different static documents. Housing is a big deal with rentals, and here's an example of a rental called Code Spa, and there's various different types of housing that have been assigned here. This information is sent to the global web, so that the contact people for the rental can access it. They don't have access to Reg. We don't want them to have access to Reg. Reg is behind a firewall, a virtual private network. But this information about the housing and the housing cost is sent to the global web, and they can access that. Oh, here's a picture of the daily pick, so you can see the different rental housings that have been assigned. In any case, the grid is what we call the interface where the contact person, in this case Carol Mulholland, where they can, for this rental Aspire, this is where they can access the houses that have been assigned to them. This is a little excerpt. In this case, this person, Flo Darling, is not staying until Thursday. So her costs, by the way, this grid thing will compute the costs for the individuals. Let's see, there's different costs here depending on the type of housing, whether it has a bath or not, and whether or not, how many roommates you have, for example. If you have a tent, 2 people can be in the tent, and they get charged twice. So this is a center tent, this is a own tent, things like that. If someone has a child with them, they get charged half the fee. In any case, this grid information is gotten back into Reg, and it's used in various ways for calculating total cost. It's also used for calculating the meal list. The summary is a it's a document with a lot of different categories that explain how Mamadana Center can be a gracious host, and I'll show you a rather lengthy example of that later. The finance tab on the rental. This is another rental here. The finance tab shows different charges. You can add new charges, photocopies, copies, refund, blah, 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 other different charges and different payments, and the balance. After the rental is finished, the rental coordinator can come into the office. Rather the rental coordinator that uses Reg can choose invoice to get a nicely laid out and accurate invoice. The contact person for the rental makes the payment, and then the status changes to done. If it's still due, it remains due, and the rentals that are still due remain at the top of the list of the rentals, even after their rental has passed. You can see this one here. This one is, no, that one was canceled. In any case, here's a sample invoice, and here's another sample invoice. At this point, this document, I appended some technical appendices, I called them. The two main tables in the database that are used are proposal and rentals. So I have the schema, the database schema for the tables. At the bottom of this document are the grid files. This file is in a very well-defined format, and it is sent to mamadana.org for the grid activity. It is filled in, and the names are filled in, and the costs and things. This is sent back to Reg. This is the thing that comes back to Reg. Okay, let's start. Let me show you just a live action how Reg deals with rentals. But this document, let me go back to the top. This document is much more detailed and precise, and this is actually how Reg works. I'll give you a demonstration. Give you a demonstration of. Okay, let me bring up Reg. This is Reg at Mamadana Center. This is real data, and I'll go through most of the different stages. So let's say someone calls to make a proposed rental of the facilities. So we go into rentals. Here are all the rentals in the future. A lot of people plan way ahead, as you can see. This goes all the way out to 2019. This Wellwood retreat goes all the way out to, my goodness, 2019. In any case, for a new rental, we first fill out a proposal. You come here to rentals, then to proposals, and choose add. So we'll make a fictitious rental here called, let's say the date of the call was today. Just say a T. Group name. Let's say fun times. Type of rental, entertainment. Of course, this is spiritual fun times. This is a spiritual retreat center. But you can have fun while still being spiritual. Contact person. I'll put myself in here, and I do that because if the person's name is already in our database, their information will be filled in once you leave the last name field. If the contract signer is different from the contact person, then you open up another div here to fill in the contract signer. So let's turn that off. The minimum is, say, 10 people. Maximum is 30. Dates requested: summer of 2017. Sometime in the summer, this person wants. And then what meeting space do you want? Well, probably the CC, maybe the seminar house. Various other attributes of the proposal. The question is what program meeting date? Let's say that'll be in April 1st. The deposit, well, yeah, it'll be about, I don't know, $200, let's say. Then here are some various fields for gathering special needs, food needs, other requests, provisos, miscellaneous notes, just a variety of things to fill in. Let's say I submit this. Hello. Okay, we created a proposal. The program office meeting is held. We look at the calendar for this the summer of 2017. So we'll go over here. Summer of 2017. Let's see. Let's start February through say September. So we have February, March coming in here. March, April, May, June. Okay, I could have restricted a bit more. So we look at the calendar. Gee, July is chock-a-block full here. August is possibility. So let's say August 13th. Let's say August 11th through the 13th. Is a Friday through Sunday. So go back to the proposal, and we've had the meeting. Let's say that yes, we can approve them. Come down here and we say, oh no, I guess we said no. We don't do that. We just say approve. Say approve, and now we're creating a rental, an actual rental from the proposal. So this will be 8/13, 8/11 through 8/13. Maximum of 30 was taken from the proposal. Blah 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 blah. Finance request deposit was 200. Here we can fill in various titles, fun times, subtitle, play, and play. Web address, funtimes.com. Let's say we do want this to appear on the mountmadonna.org website. Telephone 456-451-055. Email fun@gmail.com. We will play. Okay, and we submit this rental. Anything else to fill in here? Any other required fields? No. Okay, submit. So now we have a rental. There are a couple other things to fill in besides this. This housing cost is wrong. Let me fix that. The housing cost. Oops. Where is the housing cost? I'm not a user of this. Oh, here it is. I'm not a user. I'm a developer. Okay, so the housing cost will be rental with lunches 2016-2017. Okay. And under MISC tab, under the MISC tab we have wait a minute. Yeah, under the MISC tab we have meeting places. So we'll add a meeting place for the entire span of this. Let's add. Looks like the seminar house is not available. So let's give them the Orchard House, Maine, the breakout, the assembly room. Is that true that the seminar house is not available? Let's go take a look. Fun times. Here's the Orchard House, Maine, and the oh yes, the seminar house is in blue here. Okay, seminar house was not available. Okay.